This is a class of BST, Business Studies, and we are going through the chapter Sources of Business Finance. Just started yesterday. Sources of Business Finance. Actually, it is started previously. And that yesterday I discussed about broadly what are the different sources. Actually, there is a three type we have divided. One is period basis, one is ownership basis, and one is generation basis. And in period basis there is a long term sources, there is a medium term sources is there is a long term, there is a medium term sources is there is a short term sources is there. In ownership basis there is a owners fund and borrowers fund. In generation basis there is a internal source and external sources also. Okay, now sorry, in these sources there is a something specifically you have to know, that is in the long term sources, and that is also in case of ownership fund. In internal sources, the sources we will discuss one by one broadly. That is one of the sources, main sources of finance. That's the way to raise the capital, because capital, you know, need each and every organization to start their business. So first, in case of proprietorship business, in proprietor actually invested capital of his own business. So we have made a journal entry, you know, for that is cash account or bank account debit to capital. In partnership business, partners actually contribute the capital, but in case of company there is a concept of share. Now what is share? I have discussed yesterday. Share is a capital of a company is divided into small units. That is, if your capital is 1 crore, that should be divided into 10 lakh, and if you divide it by rupees 10, that one share value is rupees 10, that is called face value. That is the initial value of the share, called face value. So what we will get? We get 10 lakh shares, because this 1 crore cannot, any individual cannot invested 1 crore rupees at a one time. Okay, so that's why the capital is divided into small parts, and these small parts are called, small units actually called share. So here is 10 lakh is a share. So this small part, so if you buy 2, there is 10 lakh shares. So if you buy 1 share, means 1 units, we have to expend rupees 10. We have to invest. Okay, now we have to invest rupees 10 for 1 unit. Suppose you are purchasing 1000 units at the rate of rupees 10, then what amount you have to, what is capital the company gets? That is 10,000 capital. And that's the way different person, different individual, core or anybody, there is no fixed number is there. In case of public limited company, you know, so 10 lakh rupees they will collect. So this is in case of share. Now share, in case of share there is a two type of share mainly. One is equity share and one is one is equity share and one is preference share. Preference share is there. One is equity share and one is preference share. One is equity share and one is preference share. Okay, now what is equity share? Now you know, equity share are those shares which do not carry any special or preferential right in respect of payment of annual dividend and repayment of capital. Now equity share is those shares which you just initially you offer to the public, and the person invested in equity share, what return they will get? They will get the dividend. When they will get the dividend, if there is a profit made by the company, then the shareholder, equity shareholder, get dividend. If there is no profit, then no dividend will be paid to the equity shareholder. So why they invested in share, equity share? Now if you invested in fixed deposit, then what return you will get? You get the 7 or 6% return nowadays. So but if you invested in share, then your return is higher than your fixed deposit, but there is risk is also there. So who want to take, ready to take risk, actually who are actually ready to take risks, they actually invested their share in share of company. So Debargo Hazare is typing something. What's the problem, Debargo? So this is the actually invested their money into share who actually ready to take risks, because in case of share, equity share mainly we are discussing about the equity share, not the preference share. So in case of equity share, in the time of liquidation, first preference share holder actually get right to get them repaid money. Whatever investment they made actually get by the preference share holder. After that, equity shareholder, after that you have to pay the, if all the stakeholder, that is your, from wherever you would loan take, that is your creditors, after payment made by the creditors, after payment the long term sources, long term loan or debentures, then you have to pay to the preference share holder. After that, in the time of liquidation, equity, if there is any money is left, then equity shareholder actually get the money. So there is a huge risk in case of in case of liquidation of the company, they may not get their capital also. So there is a, what is the advantages of equity share? Okay. So there is a advantages. Some of the advantages is, the first advantage of equity share is permanent capital. So what is the advantages of company to equity, sources of finance as a equity share? Now first advantage, in the perspective of company, now there is a permanent capital. Equity share is a permanent capital. So number one is, that is a permanent capital. Why this is permanent capital? But one, if the shareholder invests their money in the business, they cannot taken back, and company have no burden to pay the dividend each and every year, because in the year which the company actually make loss, then there is no need to make any payment, so there is no burden also. Okay, and this permanent capital actually it is to be repaid only at the time of liquidation of the company. At the time of liquidation of company, that equity share capital get their money back only. But if they are that time also, if there is not compulsory to make their money return back, because after payment of debentures, what from your loans taken, your preference share capital holder, preference shareholder actually, then you have to pay to equity shareholders. So this capital is permanent, so they can, this is very secure capital, and there is no very high cost have to bear by the company. Now, no change on asset. Second point is no change on asset. What is no change of asset? Because whenever you take loan, you have to mortgage something to your financial institution. Okay, but in case of issue of share, and through share, whenever you actually raise your capital, a company does not need to mortgage its asset for raising fund by issue of equity share. So no mortgage of asset is needed. Sorry, that's why there is no change on asset in company. Okay, now third point is no burden on the company. No burden. No burden on the company. Payment of equity dividend is not compulsory. So in the year of losses, the company there is no payment of dividend for equity shareholder. And in the case of lower profit also, the company board of directors or in the meeting of AGM, they cannot declare the dividend for the equity shareholder, because there is no compulsory rule to pay dividend to the shareholder. Okay, so there is no burden of the company, but unlike debenture holders, they have to, you have to pay it, the interest, fixed interest rate is there. Okay, in preference share capital also there is a fixed dividend, because in case of preference share, when we discuss a preference share, you will know there is a fixed dividend for preference shareholder. The dividend is also not fixed for equity, but in case of equity shareholder, no dividend is fixed. Okay, as the company earn profit, the some percentage of profit you just distribute as a dividend to the equity shareholder. But what is the advantage for shareholder? It is advantage for company. For shareholder who actually invested, what is the advantage? Advantage for equity share. Okay, now shareholder, what is the advantage of shareholder? Now they get higher returns. They get higher returns. Now whenever I start the class, I have already told you that if you invest in some fixed deposit, the amount is fixed. But in case of dividend, because where you invested to some reputed company, so they are generally makes huge profits, and from there they will actually give the lots of money as a dividend to the shareholder. So there is a risk also, but you get the higher return in case of equity share, if you share equity shareholder of the company. Now second is control. Number 2 is control. Now equity shareholder enjoy voting rights. Okay, only the equity shareholder who has a voting rights What for voting rights? Voting rights for payment of dividend. Each and every time if any voting is needed, because in case of company, the managing director, the boards of the directors are actually mixed by this voting rights of the equity shareholder, because they are actually the owner of the company is equity shareholder. Okay, the shareholder actually the owners of the company. So equity shareholder enjoy voting rights and right to participate in the management. So they have a right to participate in a management, so that way if you buy a huge number of shares, so you have more rights to control the management. That's why it is called equity shareholder has a control rights over any company. Okay, wherever they actually invested. If you purchase more share, you have more voting rights, and you can control the company in very impressive way. If you have less share, you have less voting rights. Okay, so that is the advantages of on the point of view of company and point of view of shareholders. Now what are the disadvantages? What are there is, if there is advantages, there is certain disadvantages there. Now what are the disadvantages is there in case of equity shareholder, or raising through in case of company also, in case of shareholder also. Now in case of disadvantage, of equity shareholder, equity share. Actually in case of company, what is the disadvantage? Now higher cost. Number one is higher cost. Now whenever you actually issue the share, the first time when you actually raise the capital, initial capital, the equity share is called initial capital of the company, but that's the way they first actually raise their capital, through issue of equity share. So this issue of equity share, you need lots of cost, because there is lots of compliance and formalities is there. You have to issue the prospectus. Okay, there's lots of legal compliance you have to take into account. So there is a cost, higher cost. Actually there is a lots of cost involved in the issue of equity share. So in company's perspective view, there is a higher cost to issue equity share. Number two is more formalities and delays. More formalities, that's I've already told, more formalities. Okay, there's lots of compliance to issue of equity share. Okay, what is your authorized capital, how much share you have to issue, there is a lots of compliance under the Companies Act. You have to, this compliance you have to avoid, through that you have to issue the share. Okay, so there is a lots of cost involved to issue of the share. So that's why it is very costly for the company who is issuing the share. What is the disadvantage in perspective of shareholder? Risks of fluctuation return. Now risks of fluctuation return. So here return is not fixed, unlike your fixed deposit. Unlike as for debenture holder, there is a certain, if there is a profit or loss of the company, you have to pay the debenture holder interest. But in case of equity shareholder, if there is a profit, the company will pay you that as a dividend, the return will pay as a dividend, otherwise they will not pay you. So there is always risk, because this type of pandemic situation, the companies is not doing well. Most of the companies is not doing well. If you buy some of the share of the company, then it will not actually very good choice for you. Then you can not get dividend. So you cannot actually make some minimum return, you cannot get to investing in these companies also. So there is a always there is a risk. Okay, So dilution of control. Next disadvantage is dilution of control. Now what is dilution of control? Now issue of share, additional equity share dilutes the voting powers. As I am giving example, actually give the example that who actually purchase large amount of share of a company, they actually control the boards of directors. Okay, who actually hold the most number of shares in the company. So there's actually, if you buy, suppose there is a 10 lakh share, total share is 10 lakh of the company. Now you just subscribe 1000, another is subscribes 10,000. Now there is a diluting of shareholder. Okay, the share is decreasing and dividing into some parts. So this shareholder 10,000 is more power to control the management than 1000 shareholder. Okay, so this is called dilution of control. Now one of the also disadvantage is the liquidation disadvantage, that if company is closed, then you are the person, the equity shareholder, the person actually get the money very last time, means they will get the money back if there is a very less chance to money back of them. Why? Because first of all you have to pay the debenture holders, you have to pay the from you are taken loan, you have to meet their expense, their expense first, you have to meet to preference shareholder first, and last time if there anything is left, then you have to pay to the equity shareholder. Now equity shareholder may not receive their capital also, whatever they invested in case of liquidation. So there is always a risk of fluctuation of return, dilution of control. So these are the major disadvantage of equity shareholder. So next day this is the end of the class. Hope you are understand. Now next day we actually will discuss about the preference shares. Okay, how the company will raise their capital through preference share, what is preference shareholder, all this about. So thank you for watching. Thanks for today.